Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I also want to extend my gratitude to the panel of witnesses for sharing your insights with us this evening. It's incumbent upon us in Congress to pave the path for American commercial enterprises to compete with China's rapid technological development. As a doctor and a former officer in the Army, I'm deeply concerned about the CCP's attempt to dominate the field of biotechnology, a field that has huge ramifications for our economy, our health, and our national security. We all know that the U.S. remains the world leader for now in biotechnology, despite the CCP's attempts to displace us. Nonetheless, CCP firms like Beijing Genomics, the world's largest genetic research company, has a U.S. subsidiary called Complete Genomics. It is rapidly making inroads in the United States marketplace for commercial genetic sequencing. More concerning, several of these firms, including BGI, have been implicated in human rights abuses, research with the PLA, and blatant disregard for patient privacy. You may be familiar with the findings of a 2021 report by Reuters that showed China's BGI group was using prenatal tests developed in collaboration with their military to collect genetic data on pregnant women. China captured the information of more than 8 million women. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to introduce an article called China's Gene Giant Harvest Data from Millions of Pregnant Women.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you so much. The BGI group also sold millions of COVID-19 tests outside of China and offered sequencing services to numerous state governments in America, despite intelligence community concerns. Let me be really clear. We have to stop allowing CCP-affiliated firms to gain access to American genetic data. They will use any of this data it acquires to fuel their military modernization of biochemical weapons. Mr. Chairman, let's see, okay. In a company statement, BGI Group said BGI does not condone and would never be involved with human rights abuses. I have a hard time choking that down, I'll be honest. Mr. Chairman, I do have a second article I'd like to introduce. Moderna strikes a deal to develop mRNA drugs in China.
Without objection.
Thank you. Given the Reuters report, I was troubled to hear this news from Moderna, a pharmaceutical and biotech company based in Massachusetts. The opening paragraph of this article reads, Moderna struck a deal with Chinese officials to research, develop, and manufacture RNA medicines in China, despite rising tensions between our countries. We cannot be dependent on the CCP for technologies and goods that impact our health. They have made it clear that they will use any leverage they have against the United States and our allies. I believe we should consider banning others, BGI and other CCP-affiliated biotech firms from our market. I think we have to decouple our biotechnology and pharmaceutical industries from the CCP or risk our own health. Mr. Avania, would you agree that the U.S. government should consider restricting market access for PRC biotech firms and restrict U.S. technology from flowing to PRC biotech?
Mr. Congressman, I do agree that in general, but I think we have to be more aware of the intent of the Communist Party of China and acquiring that data, and I think BGI is a perfect example of what their nefarious intent was the last 5 years, specifically during COVID. I think your aspect of Moderna also shows that partnership where I believe, similar to Ford, we need to have corporate leadership look beyond next quarter's earnings and profit to be able to be more interested in an aspect of what I call national interests, that intersection between capitalism and national security. And I think that's where we look for Congress to lead that effort.
Thank you very much. Ms. Gorman, how serious is the PRC about competition in biotechnology, and how much money are they spending in this sector?
Extremely serious. And on the topic of BGI, you mentioned, sir, its U.S. subsidiary, Complete Genomics. I believe BGI's rise itself is a product of the failure of imagination to anticipate that biotechnology would be the competitive industry it is today. CFIUS, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S., actually gave its sign-off back in 2012 for BGI to acquire Complete Genomics and fueled BGI's global rise. So many of these technologies are being invented here, and China's
Since my time is
successful
already
strategy
expired, can
has
you just give
captured
us a number or a comparison of U.S. and their technology?
I'm happy to get back to you on that.
Thank you very much.
Time expired. Ms.
Thank you,
Scher.
Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Yep.